on my first time not celebrating Thanksgiving, 2014. So today is Sunday, 26 October 2025. It's over 10.00 years later. And I'm gonna Tanis Coralee of Seattle, talk through not celebrating Thanksgiving for the first time in my life in 2014, and instead observing Werner Heisenberg Eve for December, which was on Thursday, 4 December 2014 that year. Yes, so I had lived in Washington State, then I moved to South Africa studied abroad in South Africa in the first half of 2012, January to June 2012, 6-month student visa. Then I moved back and transferred institution. I was here for a little bit of time in Washington State and moved to Hawaii and started school August 2012 and then graduated August 2015, but moved back here June 2015, and there was a field course. And so when I was in Hawaii, there was very little travel kind of going both ways for me and my family. Like I actually spent like 360 days a year legitimately in Hawaii. And so Thanksgiving was one where year one, there was I was a resident assistant and there was a communal Thanksgiving meal. And so I went and I got food as part of the Thanksgiving meal. Year two, 2013, I went to one of my friends' house who lived on North Shore, Hawaii, where Oahu, big waves, lots of surfing, stuff like that. And so he invited me, and so I went there for Thanksgiving. And then 2014, there was a kind of a Thanksgiving meal in the dormitory I was living in. And, I was invited, and I was really working on pushing. I was going to present in California, and I ended up presenting in California at a geophysics conference in December, like mid-December. And I had a bunch of classwork. I had my work. I had, research and presenting and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to not celebrate it this year. Not skip it because I see it and I see all the stuff and I'm still going to eat like good food, but I'm not going to celebrate Thanksgiving. I was like, is there something I could do instead? Since I'm really just engulfed so I was Bachelor of Science in Geology and Geophysics with a minor in Mathematics. And I was like, well, I've really taken quantum mechanics, and my ethnicity I am the most of is German. And there's German quantum, like the father of quantum mechanics, Werner Heisenberg, was born 5 December. And so Heisenberg Day is 5 December, and Werner Heisenberg Day is 5 December, and then Werner Heisenberg Eve is 4 December. And so he was born like 1900 or 1901 or something like that. So I was, over a century earlier than that. And I was like, I have a tendency to like eves more than days, like for holidays. And so I was like, I'm gonna observe Werner Heisenberg Eve. And I have actually 6 months ago tomorrow will be the 6-month anniversary of a video in which I actually covered my starting observing Werner Heisenberg Eve for December. And so if you want to get context about the day itself, that video was filmed Sunday, 27 April 2025 and published the same day. And so if you want to watch it on the 6-month anniversary of that video, and you're in my time zone or approximately my time zone, you can watch it tomorrow. And if you're in Australia, you can catch it same day. So, because it's already the 27th in Australia or Japan, or they're that far ahead of me. So I was like planning ahead. Can I get it out for everybody so they can watch this video 6 month anniversary? And so I was like, I was thinking about that, maybe this year, I do something similar. And so it's, not celebrating Thanksgiving. Maybe I celebrate with Kona and the critters, which would be a little bit different. But I was like, this is a year where I have an opportunity to repeat the sequence of not celebrating Thanksgiving and instead observing Werner Heisenberg Eve, which is for December. And so there we go. But I think I made the right choice on my first time not celebrating Thanksgiving back in 2014, because it was entirely of my own choice. It wasn't like imposed on me. And what do I mean by that? Where like I get an invitation to something and then somebody else invites the people I get the invitation to, and so then I'm left without anybody to celebrate with. No, I chose it. I was invited to a communal, Thanksgiving meal and stuff. And I decided not to do that. And so in that sense, I chose the right one. It was not, somebody did not impose no celebrating Thanksgiving on me. It was instead of my own initiative. Yes. And so it was over 10.00 years ago now. So that's on my first time not celebrating Thanksgiving 2014.